today I'm going to paint on this PU leather passport. So this is the passport cover. Okay, you can use, there are so many pockets here. You can put your passport inside this and you can put the cards, everything over here, and SIM card even here. I'm going to paint on this place. And it has a belt to close this way. Okay, so now I'm going to paint on this using leather paints. Here are some of the colors I have. So I have red, white, yellow and blue. I already put those colors in this. So I have here. If you guys have questions regarding painting, flowers, landscape, painting on leather, painting on tumbler, you can feel free to ask me here. I'll try my best to answer your question. Okay, let me have some more. Shake well, you have to shake the bottle well. And then you can use this. Actually, my white is having the hint of blue as I used the brush blue. As I used the brush which I loaded with blue on white, so my white turns to blue, but it's okay. See, look at the difference. Okay. And red, I think, okay, let me reload it. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm having some white leather paint as I'm going to paint on leather passport cover. Today I'm going to paint on this passport cover. Last but not least, the blue. I'm just reloading my paint bucket. Okay, so I have blue, red, yellow and white. White, a kind of bluish white. Okay, so let's start painting on this. And okay, so I'm going to use this filbert brush. This is number 2. I'm not going to wash this one. I'm just gonna load my brush with red. Okay, I'm going to paint red peony. I'm just gonna load it with red. Don't load too much paint. Okay, and touch white with the tip of the brush. And now I'm gonna start painting my peony over here. Just press, slowly drag it and release the pressure. This is one of the easiest stroke. I'm using one stroke technique. Again, loading my brush with red and touching a little bit of white. And from the opposite side as well. Okay, now loading my brush again with red, touching white, and from the center pressing and releasing the pressure. Now touching the white alone, as I have enough red in my brush. From the outside to inside, touching white again from outside to inwards. So we need to add another layer of petals, but not now. Let it dry and then you can go over it. Otherwise the colors will blend together and it will become a mess. So again, I'm loading my brush with red and gonna touch white with the tip of the brush. So now again from here, just go towards the calyx where the stem meets the flower. Again, touching little red and then touching white a bit. Okay, now opposite side as well. Press, drag, release the pressure. Now I'm going to add some petals from the bottom in the center. Okay, again loading my brush with red and touching with a little bit of white. Okay, now from bottom, press, twist and release the pressure. Okay, so now we completed adding a layer of petals here. We need to let it dry completely and then you can add another layer of petals. Otherwise, just like I told you guys, the colors will blend, the petals will blend together and will become a mess. So now I'm going to add a flower over here. I'm just gonna wipe it off with paper towel or any cloth. Now right now I have my glove, hand glove, latex. I'm just gonna wipe it up. Okay, the brush is still having the hint of red, but it's okay. I just wanna have the connection between my flowers. So I'm just gonna just wipe it off, wipe the red. And now I'm just gonna load my brush with blue. Again, not too much blue, okay? Just wipe off the excess. And now I'm gonna touch white on, and now I'm going to add a flower over here. So from bottom, a kind of, okay, so press a bit, drag it this way. See, again loading it with blue, just wipe off the excess paint and touching a little bit of white. Now I'm adding another petal from the opposite direction this way. Okay. If you wanna know more about the classes I take, you can direct message me, and also the paintings I made. If you wanna have some, you can feel free to contact me. Okay, and a petal in the center the same way. Recently I'm kind of busy doing face painting in Alusta. Alusta is where I'm located in. It's in Malaysia. Okay, the petal from outside to the center, and again another petal from outside to the center in opposite direction. Okay, and again a petal from here to the center again. See, the size of the petal depends on how much pressure you are giving. Okay, another one from here to here. Okay, the same as this one. We have to let this layer dry. Later only we can add another layer of petals, okay, to add little more detail. Okay, so now I'm going to add some flower bud here and there using the same blue, same way. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a flower bud over here. Okay, press, twist and release the pressure. Okay, now one more. I'm just double loading my brush. Okay, one maybe from here, press, release the pressure. Okay, and I'm gonna add a red color flower bud, so I'm just gonna wipe off the blue. I'm not washing my brush, I'm just wiping off the colors in my brush, that's all. Okay, see, there are some colors you cannot use together. When you mix together, the colors will get muddy. So in those colors you have to wash your brush and wipe off the excess water, and then you can use. The colors you cannot mix, or like complementary colors like green and red, purple and violet and yellow, orange and blue, so something like that. But if you need such colors, you can mix them. Okay, a red color flower bud over here, one. Okay, and another one maybe here, press, release the pressure. Okay, here, and I want to add one more opposite side. Okay, red flower bud. Okay, the same way, maybe here or here. Okay, press, release the pressure. I'm just adding this flower bud a little bit bigger comparing to the rest of the flowers and flower bud. Okay, so now I completed the base layer of our flower peony and the flower buds. We have to let it dry completely, and then we can add the rest of the additional petals. Now I'm going to add some leaves. Okay, so to paint the leaf we need green, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna touch blue. Okay, the same way, wipe off the excess paint and touch yellow with the tip. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add some stem and gonna connect like this. Okay, so I'm just adding some details like the stems to connect the flowers and flower bud. If you want to have darker green, you can load more blue. If you want to have lighter green, you can touch more yellow. So that's the thing. Okay, now let's add details little by little. Okay. If you like my like this video, just like and comment so that I'll try to do more videos like this. Okay. So I'm just gonna add some leaves. Okay. I'm gonna add some leaves like this. Just press, drag, release the pressure. See, in one go we got the leaves. And one more leaf from here. Press a bit, twist and drag. See, we got 2 leaves. And if you guys have got any questions regarding painting, feel free to ask me. And if you wanna have face painting in parties and events, and if you are in Malaysia, especially in Alusta, I'm ready to do face painting in your events. So you can contact me to get more details about that. And again, I'm just loading my brush with blue and yellow, that's all. No other colors. Some leaves should be shorter, some leaves should be longer, some should be in light color, some should be in darker color. See, it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, just play with your brush and paint and let your heart pour out. You have to give importance to the leaves and stem as much as you are giving importance to painting flowers. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna add few leaves here to fill the space. Maybe here, just like this. Just filling the space with some greens. Not perfect, but somehow. Okay. So I'm almost completed adding the leaves. Now we have to, like I said, we have to let the background dry, and then only we can add another layer of petals. Okay. Okay, some tiny leaves. Okay, and one more here. Okay, I'm done. I really love this. Let me show you the closer look of this painting. I'm just gonna close them. Leather paint are expensive, so you have to use that wisely. I also repaired the the paint. I cover you, Sariba, Jabal, sewing therapist, Varini, Mrs. Rising Sun, Putri Chahaya, Noor Hidaya. Thank you everyone. Thank you guys. Putri Chahaya, Noor Hidaya. Thank you everyone. Thank you guys. Okay, inshallah, I will see you all soon in the next live session.